Okay, good morning class. So today we're looking at Euclidean geometry. So at this point we have proven with you guys the theorem that states if these lines are parallel, they will divide the corresponding sides in proportion. Okay? So as indicated, okay, so as indicated, we're going to do these examples. This is the examples for exercise 1 on page 251. Is that correct? Yes, sir. However, this example is on page 248. Okay. So the question says in triangle ADG, we are told that AG is parallel to BF, which is parallel to CE. So the question is it's given in triangle ADF. BDF, which is this triangle here. Remember that those lines are parallel. So yesterday we spoke about all the variations you get. Okay? So we can just basically say if those lines are parallel, we can say that BC over CD is equal to FE over ED. Okay, and you could have also said CD over BC is equal to ED over FE. And we could have also said that BC over BD is equal to FE over FD. Okay. So they want us to write another ratio here, and I'm going to then say BD over CD is equal to FD over ED. Okay. Or any of its variations you could have said. Okay. All okay with that? Yeah. Then look at C. C, they are referring to triangle ADG. Okay, so I'm going to go with the fact that those lines are parallel first. Okay. So what can I say from here? I can say AB over BD is equal to GF over FD. Or I could have said AB over AD is equal to FG over GD. Or any of its other variations. Okay? And then D, they ask you with regards to the same triangle, but I'm going to use the other name that is parallel now. That? So I can say that AC over CD is equal to GE over ED. Okay. Is there any confusion at this point? No? So now we're looking at example 2. Example 2 is on page 248. So here we are told that in triangle ABC, AD is parallel. So AD is parallel to BC. Even if that's parallel, what do we know? We know that AD over DB is equal to AE over EC. And all its variations is also true. Okay? So with that in mind, we are also told that AB is 28. So that is 28. Then we are told that AE is to EC as 4:3. That is equivalent, or you can express it as a fraction as well, that AE over CE is equal to 4 over 3. Okay? But we know that AE is to EC. It's not necessarily that that is 4 and that is 3 units. Okay? It could be 40, could be 40 and 30, could be 400 and 300, could be 12 and 9, and so on and so on. Okay? So what I do is I introduce what we call a k-factor. Okay? A product factor. So AE is now 4k and EC is 3k. So what's the length of AC? 7k. You guys understand? Alright. The question says determine the length of BD. BD, which is that length. Okay. So using that proportionality theorem, what can I say? I start off with what I want to calculate first. BD over. Am I going to say AD? No. Why? Because I don't have the length of AD. I'm going to say BD over AB over BA is equal to EC over AC. Why? The prop theorem, the proportionality theorem, with DE being parallel to BC. Now, for my reason, I could have left the prop theorem out, but I have to write the lines that are parallel. Okay, so that is a must. So what is BD? That's what I'm calculating, over BA, which is 28, is equal to EC, which is 3k, over 7k. The idea is to make BD the subject of the formula. Cross multiply, so k's cancel. So it's 3 over 7 multiplied by 28 over 1. Gives you an answer of 12 millimeters. Okay, so this is 12. So if that is 12, then what will this have been? 16, not so? What's 12 over 16? 3 over 4. Did you see that? Alright. Is there any confusion this far? Let's carry on with our lives. Example 3 is on page 249. The full lesson can be found in the description box below. Okay. Okay, so this one, we are told in example 3, D and E are points on the sides of A, B and BC respectively, which means to say D is on AB and E is on BC. Okay, or in that order. That's what respectively mean. After triangle ABC, such that AD over DB is equal to 2 over 3. Again, you'll notice I write it in fraction form. If you're that kind of girl that wants to work in the ratios, no problem with it. Okay. So AD is to BD. Now what we're going to do is we're going to introduce a K for the K factor, the product factor. So that's going to be 2K and BD is 3K. So what is the length of AB? In terms of K, it's going to be 5K. You all agree with that? You all understand? Okay. So then you are told that BE is equal to 4 over 3 EC. So again, we want it in fraction form or ratio form. Not so. So we're going to divide both sides by EC. That cancel. So BE over EC is going to be 4 over 3. Now you see I already used K. Am I going to use K again? No. So BE, so it's associated with this length of BC on the side. Okay. So BE, if I'm going to now say that's going to be 4 over 3, I'm going to start with A. Okay. If I need another product factor, I then do a B and then the C. Alright, you guys understand? So, I'm not going to use the same variables, otherwise it means to say then that product factor and that one is the same, which is not necessarily the case. Okay. So this I write in here 4A and 3A. So what's the length of BC in terms of A? BC 7A if needed. Okay. Then the question says DK is parallel to AE. People, with that being parallel, what can we say? If that is your triangle you're looking at, then we can say that BD over DA is equal to BK over KE. And all these variations. Okay? If you're looking at this triangle with those two parallel lines in it, then what can we say? DP over PC is equal to KE over BC. And all these variations that comes with it. Okay, you all understand? Is there any confusion there? No. Then the question says AE and PD intersect at B. Find the ratio. So this to us is the same as CP over PD. That's what they want you to calculate. So if you're going to investigate, okay, where's CP? There's CP. Okay, and PD is here. Can you see that? But we know that CP over PD is equal to CE over EK. So what do I need here? EK. Not so. Why? Because I got CE in terms of A. Not so. So I need KE in terms of K. In terms of A. Not so. So now I turn to the other triangle. Look at this triangle here. So what can we say here? KE over BK is equal to AD over AB. And why am I going with that? Because I got its individual values in terms of K. You guys understand that? Am I moving too fast? No, okay. So again, at this point I need to calculate KE. Yeah? You all know why I need KE. Okay? So if I look at which triangle does KE lie in? It lies in this triangle, but I'm shorting this to calculate that ratio. So I look in another triangle and I've noted that is in that triangle that it lies as well. Since those lines are parallel, we'll divide the sides in proportion. Okay? So any questions this far? No? Sorry? KE over KB is equal to KD over DB. So what's your question? Sorry? Can't hear what you say. EK over EB. Absolutely yes. Why? Because what you got? You're right. I don't have this. So I must say KE over EB is equal to AD over AB. You're right. Why are you scared to say that I'm wrong? You must say, yellow. You're wrong. Right. But that ratio is what it is equal. Okay. But anyway, so we're looking at in triangle AEB in that triangle. Okay. Do I have to name the triangle? No. Okay. So we started with what we had to calculate. KE over BE is equal to AD over AB. Why? The prop theorem. proportionality theorem with EA being parallel to DK or KD. Okay, so K is what I'm calculating over 4A is equal to 2K over 5K. So of course this cancel and I take it up. So KE is equal to 4A multiplied by 2 over 5, which is 8A over 5. Okay, so this is going to be (8A over 5). Okay. Any confusion at this point? No. Ayat, you okay right now? Look like you're busy with your art. Not busy sketching anything there. Huh? You sure? The glass is lying to me. Yes, okay now? Right. So now we can work with this one here, not so? In this triangle. You can work with that triangle now. So what do you have? In triangle DCK. What can we say? CP over PD is equal to CE over EK. Why? The prop theorem, proportionality theorem, with PE being parallel to DK. So CP over PD is equal to CE, which is 3A over 8 over 5. So of course that cancels. So that will give me 15 over 8. Okay, for those of you who can't do that in your head, no problem. You allow the calculator, so you say 3 divided by, always use the divide line if you've got complex fractions, or fraction over fraction. 8 over 5. You 15 over 8. Okay. But what was the question? The question was in ratio form. So therefore CP is to PD as 15 is to. Any confusion there? The sum is worth at least 6 marks, 6 or 7 marks. Okay? So only if you want it. And most of you don't want it, no? When the learners that don't want it, not here with us anymore. Huh? Right, let's do the last example of this before we do this exercise. Example 4. And example 4 is on page 250. Right, so here we are told that in triangle ABC, we are told that BA is parallel to FD. So if these lines are parallel, what do we know? We know that BF over FC is equal to AD over BC. And all these variations. Okay? Then we are told that AF is also parallel to, or AF is parallel to DE. What can we conclude here now? That FE over CE is equal to AD over DC. Remember, AD over DC also has a relationship with AF over FC. So this one has a relationship with 2. No? You can't say what he is. No? Okay? Then we are told that FE is to EC as 3 is to 4. So FE over EC is equal to 3 over 4. You all agree with that? So I introduce a K. So FE is going to be 3K. EC 4K. Okay? The question says determine EC over BC. So I go check. Where is EC? Right? We got EC to be 4K. But they want BC. So what am I shorting to get BC? What am I shorting? BF. Shorting BF. Okay, you all agree with that? Let's move this over. So that I can okay. So that's what we need to calculate. Let's move it over so I can have more space to it. Okay. So when we start, where do we start? If we look at BF, we know that BF over FC, no, BF, these are parallels, no? BF over FC is equal to DA over DC. But do I have AD and DC? No. So in other words, I must calculate this as well. Right. Now is there a ratio for that? Right, but if you look here, can you see that? So I know AD over DC is equal to FE over EC. Can you see that, people? And there I have the ratio at the bottom. So let's go. So I'm going to say AD over DC. Okay, let's firstly intra-angle CAF. Did I have to write that? No. Okay. Intra-angle CAF. What can we say? That AD over DC is equal to FE over EC. Why? The prop theorem, the proportionality theorem, with DE being parallel to AF. So that gives us FE, which is 3K, over EC, which is 4K, which is 3 over 4. Not so. Let's just put here 3 over 4. Now, if I write it in here, can I say 3 and 4? No. What am I going to say? 3A and 4A. That's our product factor. Why A? Because I already used K. Do I have to use K? No. You can use a P or X or whatever. Okay? So for AD, I'm going to have 3A. For DC, I got 4A. So what's the length of AC in terms of A? 7A, if needed. Okay. Right. So now we say intra-angle. In this big triangle now, no? We're going to work with intra-angle ABC. What can I say here? These are the lines of the parallel now. Okay. I still need F and BF. Not so. So I must pick up BF. You all agree with that? Okay. I'm going to take this off here. And let's see, I need more than this. Okay, so we say intra-angle ABC. Right. So what I said, I must pick this up here, né? So BF over FC is equal to, so BF over FC is equal to AD over DC. The proportionality theorem with DF being parallel to AB. Okay. So BF is unknown to us. BF over what? BFC, which is 7K, is equal to AD, which is 3A over DC, which is, so what happens? Cancels that. Cross multiply. So BF is equal to 3 over 4 times 7K, which is 21 over 4K. So BF is 21 over 4K. So is it enough to conclude this part here? Yes. You can say therefore EC over BC is equal to. So what's the length of EC? 4K over BC. BC is going to be 21 over 4K plus 7K or 3K plus 4K, which is his whole length here, no? So that gives you 4K over 7, 28, 29 is 49 over 4K, which gives you 49 over 60. Do they want it in ratio form or in fraction form? They want it in ratio form. So what do I then say? Therefore, EC is to BC as 49 is to 16. And of course you can test it. Maybe I calculated wrong. 21 over 4 plus 3 plus 7. What? 3 plus 4. Hey. Also, if you're going to leave your answer in fraction form, if you're working with ratios, they don't normally penalize you for it. Okay? If you forgot to convert it to fractions, they don't normally penalize you. Okay? Yes, I am wrong. It's supposed to be the other way around. No? 16 over 49. I didn't calculate my something wrong by it. Okay. Here we go. Did I check it? We can't always be too sure. No? People, any questions here? No. So with that, you should have been able to do example or exercise 1 on page 251. Okay.